This is from Obìnrin Akanse on Twitter. The person says that I heard that mass deportation is being prepared for some Belingerents in the United States of Yorubaland, aka Lagos State. It is going to be epic. I repeat, I heard that there will be a mass deportation of some Belingerents in the United States of Yorubaland, aka Lagos. It is going to be epic. Let me explain this. Now, a belligerent person is someone that is hostile and toxic. So they are going to deport some toxic people from the United States of Yorubaland, which is Lagos State. That is a message. If you don't get the message, my brother, I'll have to read the reply so that some of you can get the message. You see, some of these little discussions, we think that they're just ordinary. They are just ordinary. These discussions are not ordinary. When you saw the Southwest governors come together and they start singing their various national, the anthem of Yoruba Nation anthem of their various states, it tells a lot. And a statement by the governor of Lagos State, because he came out and said it openly, Abi, that's why you think it's the reality. When we tell you that some of these things that are happening behind the scenes, you don't understand. He said, I'm the governor of a Yoruba United States, Lagos State. They are coming to show that Yoruba, we are united. We are coming together to form a bloc in this your one Nigeria. And there's a future we are moving to. I will read some tweets. I will not mention the names because, you know, in Nigeria, so much toxic statement. They will carry their imaginary property on their heads back to their land. But why do we need mass deportations in Lagos when we can close down all markets in Lagos, selling fake drugs and beverages instead? They will peacefully self-deport. So what am I making from this? I'm telling you, there's a danger ahead for people that refuse to build their homeland, waiting for a one Nigeria, one day that Nigeria will get better. That is what I'm taking away from this. There's hatred everywhere, my brother. Don't think that, why are they hating on us? No, there's hatred. Even amongst the Southeasterners, there's hatred. Among the Southwesterners, there's hatred. This person's opinion is his opinion. Although it is becoming popular amongst the corridor of those in the corridor of power in the Southwest. It is becoming popular. There's some Yoruba people that do not buy this kind of mentality. But I'm telling you that the reality, after the 2023 election, a lot of things change. Number one is, no Igbo person is going to be in the Lagos State House of Assembly. No Igbo person will be representing anybody. They will play that politics. And it has happened. Go to the Lagos State House of Assembly, you seldom find somebody who is not a Yoruba person. So everybody is closing their ranks. They are coming to the understanding. There are some people, that is their ideology. You see, in the Southeast, the mentality in the Southeast may be different from the mentality in the Southwest, and may also be different from the mentality in Northern Nigeria. I will not be crying because you have a mentality. I will not kill myself because you have a mentality. I respect your mentality towards me. Then it will now guide instruct my behavior around you. What I do is that no matter how bad you are, I will find a way to relate with you according to the way I see you. I will not have sleepless night over what you think of me. Some of these people, they believe that the biggest problem the Yorubas have is the Igbos and the Fulanis. Most especially the Igbos, which I disagree, but who am I to start? No, that is your take, and I respect that. And I'm also saying that the Igbo should understand that with this kind of mentality, you need to also not put all your eggs in one basket. Also think about how you can start building foundations for an Igbo nation or in quotes, Biafra. If you don't look at that, how you can have these discussions, you must come together and talk and different ideas, and you implement these ideas on how, because when Nigeria eventually dissolutes, Igbos will be one of the greatest losers because many people benefited from one Nigeria using to develop their region. The Fulani benefited from one Nigeria using to have a lot of access to power. The Yorubas, you see how prosperous the Southwest region is now under Tinubu. You see what is going on under Tinubu. So if you don't, somebody said something. Imagine there's a referendum. 2 questions are being asked. If you want Biafra, out of 10 people, maybe 8 people might say, we want Biafra. The second question is, You want to leave Lagos. You want to leave Lagos State. That is what somebody posted. You say maybe like the same 8 people will say they don't want to leave Lagos. So the question is, you want Biafra and you don't want to leave Lagos. You can see that we are so fixated on the fact that maybe we cannot succeed without. If you don't start something, see, if you don't take a bold step, you don't wait for everything to be set before you now start taking a bold step. Because some people complain that there's no ports in the southeast, there's no this. No, that does not stop you from taking the bold step. You see, my Igbo people, the coconut head where they get. Only God helped Nnamdi Kanu to convince a lot of people. The coconut head, they have to carry that head and break it with stone for that head to open so that they can understand what you're saying. Some people till now, they believe that Lagos is their final bus stop. While they are seeing the political changes, while they are seeing things going, like things are changing, instead of them to think, you first start by thinking, even though you don't know what to do with your money or with your investment that you have in Lagos, how you can implement it in the southeast. There are so many ways. Let me give you one example. This is confidential, but let me make it out. So if you look at in the southeast, if you want to grow the economy of southeast, look for indigenous microfinance banks in the southeast. Indigenous microfinance banks in the southeast. If you carry your money and put in the commercial banks that have branches and headquarters in Lagos, your money will be going to Lagos. Most of your monies will be, most headquarters are in Lagos. And when they are collecting VAT, it is the headquarters that collect VAT. And they pay ground rent here. They pay a lot of things that are going to Lagos. Even though the mineral resources is in Imo State, the headquarters will have to collect a lot of things. For those that are in their field, they understand what I'm saying. So if you want to support, number one, an Igbo man want to support businesses in Southeast, let me tell you one. Maybe there will be a forum whereby you go pay money, I go tell you, because number one, I had to sit down and think, this is what I'm saying. I got it from somebody. I will not mention the person's name here. If he's watching this broadcast, he will know that this is one of his. It is something that is popular everywhere. Just that for you to identify it and use it for your own betterment. Microfinance bank, put at least 1 million naira. Just put it as savings in a microfinance bank. What do banks use money for? They use money to lend and they get interest. It will boost businesses in the southeast. Most people, they come to Lagos for whatever it is to make money, to come back to the southeast and invest. In Aba, microfinance bank in Aba, go to this microfinance bank, invest your money. Put at least, if you are a millionaire, you have more money, put 10 million, put it in this microfinance bank. It will boost. They'll use this money, they'll trade, they'll make a lot of profits. People have access to funds and everything. They'll do business. How do banks make their money? It's because we carry our money and put in the banks and they use our money to trade. If you put it in these commercial banks, we get branches. If it no reflect on the economy as it is expected, economy of that state, because they have their headquarters in another region. Just like MTN, the calls where they make, most of the calls that they make for the southeast, most of the tariff they collect them for somewhere else. Most of them. So these investments are there. You think about creatively how you can invest in your economy. You carry all your funds and put in one basket. And when the basket scatter, you knock some. That's why I don't pity for people. I don't care who that. I see big men in Igbo land, and I see what they do, and I look at myself. I'll never be big man, no. But say they're not gonna have this thought pattern that I have. They're not gonna have them. It's like you didn't listen to what I just read now. You think that all these things, when I talk all those things about Tinubu decimating Fulani, say why you talk about Tinubu? You can see the reality here. I'm telling you about there is a reset that is going on in Nigeria very soon. A reset going on in Nigeria. If people don't take time, you need to take time and look at how you can go back to your region, not living Lagos. December is coming. You can engagement. I've given you an example. Because me, I will go back. I'll go to Aba. I'll look for a microfinance bank because I'm from Abia State. If you are from Enugu State or Ebonyi State, there must be a microfinance bank in your state. Go and invest money in these microfinance banks. it will boost the economy of those places. Invest in technological hubs. You see, it is even better for you to leave Tinubu and the government and face your leaders from the local government. What are your leaders doing? Let that be your lose your life in that aspect. You have fought for something worthful. That for you looking at we are being this. No. People that have made it in life, Igbo big men that have made it. You did not make it by complaining. You did not make it by blaming the other person. You made it by you took a decisive step, irrespective of the odds. So when I see people complain, Igbos are I know they are marginalized. That does not stop you from adding value to where you're coming from. It doesn't stop you from thinking home, or else you don't know what to do, or else you are not an Igbo man, or else the kind of Igbo we have today. I don't know where they come from. I know some Igbo men, very educated, very wise, very intelligent, very fantastic. I tell you, I know Igbo men. Till tomorrow, I still want to be an Igbo man because of these people. I learn from them. I draw strength from them. When they speak, you know that human beings like that are gods are speaking. I'm telling you. But I'm surprised. Why is that we are not having their voice like all over Southeast? Because according to Soludo, he said something. So many illiterates in Anambra, although that one self, he no get sense. So, but looking at that, I don't know how I can convince my brothers. Do not dwell on the fact that they are saying Igbos must go in Lagos. Don't dwell on that mentality. You are dwelling on the mentality. So when you are doing business now, because they don't want you to do business, you now stop. You now say, hey, yes, okay. They don't want us to do business. So this business is hard. You're not crying. Hey. If you cry, how do you achieve? But you, as an Igbo, you want to do business. You will not cry. You will have to look for a way to survive. But they are telling you to go in Lagos. They are making a statement. Igbo must go. You are crying. How does that make sense? Make it make sense. I will never be a Yoruba. Yorubas will not accept me the way they accept their people. Even though I behave well, Yorubas, they have a way. I understand the way Yorubas, they have a way of welcoming you. But it will not make me a Yoruba person. Somebody was saying that this Yoruba people we are defending, the day they would see me, I'm not even planning to become a Yoruba person in the first place. I'm not even planning to look at how I will please somebody. No. God that puts me in Igbo land. God is supreme than anybody. He knows why he put me there. Then I will now be envious of so many other persons. I respect Yorubas a lot. If I'm still Yoruba at the end of the day, I will dwell in that. I will keep that Yoruba. I will keep myself with that Yoruba. The way I am as an Igbo person. So don't bring all those your mentality here. Niger Delta is saying that United States of Niger Delta, Southwest, United States of Yoruba. Now people are talking. What are the Southeast saying now? It is not the IPOB. What are the politicians saying about this? The Southwest is making their own open to you. That's why you are seeing some of this information. Things are going underground and you are there looking. I see people just lost. That is why we have said, Ohanese and Co., what are you doing to preserve the culture of the Igbo people? What are you doing to make sure that people are conscious of where they come from? You have a responsibility, but you don't know. They'll just sit down there, big stomach, elderly people, destroying the future of coming generations. And we just there and be clapping for them. You'll be clapping for them. Igbo big men are not coming together to sponsor events. Create an event. You see, most of our culture needs to be upgraded. That's what people do in human beings do in this life. There was a Nitel phone. From Nitel, we started using Motorola 3310. From 3310, we started using BlackBerry. From BlackBerry, we started using Android iPhones. There's an upgrade. But we are the people that we have our culture. There's no upgrade. We are not talking about it. As it was in the beginning, society be war without end, without any upgrade. Why would other people not overpower you? You are using Motorola against somebody that is using iPhone 17. Are you going to be operating in the same level? When you get some people, they'll be strong-headed. No, as it is, those then, so shall it be till now. Our forefathers, and they are poor. They are disenfranchised though. They are nothing to write on about though. Oh my God. So the whole thing is paining me. I'm happy. I told you that the Ironu people, they will push Nigeria to an extent whereby everybody will start saying, let's go to our home. But the Igbo people, I'm not blaming the Yorubas for saying this. I will never blame them. Because I'm wise. Normally, let me tell you, the political class in Yorubaland, let me tell you, they don't really want Igbos to go. I say the political class in Yorubaland, they don't want Igbos to go. Most of them still want Nigeria to work. Let's have to tell us the truth. But me, I'm not moved. Today, they say, Igbos should start going. My brother, I'm going. Oh. See, God has given us a lot of potentials that we can use. It will help you to start think and rethink. And the woman goes to a place, a dry place. He has nothing. He is in a stage of him trying to think about how he is going to. He's building. His thought process is that of revolution, transformation, changing. You thinking on how to make something out of nothing. You always have an idea. So if it doesn't happen, how would these people that are Efulefu, that are in Lagos, that are lost in Lagos, that it is Lagos the beginning and their end? You go there and start saying Lagos is Yoruba, Lagos is no man's land. Lagos is no man's land. As if you don't have land. My brother, Lagos belongs to the Yorubas. Lagos, as we speak, belongs to nobody except the Yorubas. If you like, say that Benin people get them before. Now I get them before, no be talk. Who get them now? Maybe Benin people can't take Lagos now. Shaping at them get them. Maybe Benin people can't take Lagos. So all this talk we are talking. See, I am passionate about the Igbo people having a system that works for them. The Nigerian system will not work for the Igbo people. The Nigerian system would may be working for the Yoruba people now, but in the long run will not work. The Nigerian system is not designed to work for anybody. It is designed to work for the slave masters and your tax masters, which are your politicians. That's what Nigeria is designed to work. Yes. So, there will be a change of leadership in Yorubaland. Let me even give you this one. For those that want to put all their eggs in one basket, or those that are crying, after owners, Yorubas are saying they are accommodative. They're not accommodative. That one is not your business. Your business is how have you neglected your place and you're not put your place in order. If you talk about every tribe have their own good and bad. Every tribe has it. Don't come and start whining. There will be a change of leadership in Yorubaland. And in the next 10, 15, 20 years, you remember, I will save this video. Most of the videos, I'll save them. You remember I said this. The administration that will come after Sonlu, you go see the restructuring. This one said, you know they talk am. You know this one they talk am now. They talk am for social media. You they hear them. Nobody say you don't hear them. You hear them, but you are carried away by your business, what you are making every day. You are not thinking of posterity, legacy. Imagine that we don't have our leaders, our forefathers did not think about tomorrow and put down a cultural practice that will preserve generations. Imagine they were behaving like us, that our own is to destroy what is on ground. We are not building anything, we are not adding, we are not upgrading anything, we are not useful. Our own is to just consume the culture and even bastardize the culture. I see some young men introduce culture of this Itego. It's not our culture. Omenaru. Omenala is different from what these guys are doing. Instead of them to preserve the good part of the culture, upgrade it and make it look sellable to the world, you are even bastardizing it. Too much money. You go to... Hey, a new regime is coming to Yorubaland. And the regime that is coming to Yorubaland will not be tolerant the way the former regime is. And when they start pushing you back, you will start crying wolf. It is a sin for people not to protect their land from invaders. You as a man, you have a wife and children. And somebody is coming to attack your family and you are there crying as a man. That day you lose your manhood. It is a sin for you to not to protect your family from invaders. It is not you that will tell the Yorubas who the invaders are. This is how the life is created. Everybody have their different ideology. You will not force the Yorubas to think like you. You will not force them to eat the same food you eat. Your culture is not their culture. Your thought process is not that thought process. So you force yourself on every conversation is not it. So the Yorubas want to defend their own. I am happy with them. So I'm happy also so that I will have opportunity to think about my own, because people are just lost. So the onslaught is going on. Let's finish with the Fulani. For me, in Yorubaland, the biggest threats, they are the Fulani. I'm telling you, not the Igbos. But however, that's my opinion. That's what I see. I'm not going to force anybody. The Fulanis are the biggest threat to the Yorubas, not the Igbos. Yes. If the Yorubas want to do something to remove the Igbos from Lagos, it will take them like 10-15 years. They will achieve it. But go and remove the Fulani from Kwara State. Go and remove the Fulani from Kwara State. It's not... If the Fulanis were occupying places like Alabarago, my 2, Festac, Isolo, Oshodi Isolo, and all those places that you see a lot of trade fair. If the Fulani were that dominant in those areas, do you think that the Yorubas can be able to push the Fulani away? I repeat, if the Fulani were that dominant in those areas, do you think that the Yorubas can be able to push the Fulani away? So the Igbos are not the real threats to the Yorubas. It is the Fulani. Fulani don't they go establish, wait till they go establish. They will become untouchable. You don't get emir. This one say the Yorubas are doing this and that and blah blah and things are happening. I support them because you cannot leave your culture dying in the southeast. You won't come out. Age of what? This arrogance and pride. Only God will help us. Age of what that you want to come and be? Age of what? You leave your house burning. You are coming here to do easy. Age of what? All this pride, arrogance, and show off. I don't know. I know it should end with this generation. We cannot pass this kind of mentality to the other generation. So the Fulani are the biggest problem of the Yorubas. If they want it like that, if they don't want it like that, I just give an example that the places that the Igbos occupy in this Lagos, if we have the population of the Fulanis like that in Lagos, you will not be saying this thing. May God help Nigerians.